25-year-old guy from Florida was sentenced to 50 years in jail for the murder of his mother. She had threatened to force him out of the house and ask him why he wasn't looking for a job before he fatally stabbed her. A court in Florida handed out a sentence of 50 years in jail to Nathaniel Shimmel, who was originally from Palm Coast. Keep watching to see how this man's story turns out. On Wednesday, the 25-year-old defendant, who was previously charged with first-degree murder, entered a guilty plea to the charge of second-degree murder during an incident that took place in the kitchen on August 23, 2017. Shimmel admitted to stabbing his mother, Michelle Shimmel, who was 60 years old, to death. He disclosed to the investigators that his mother had challenged him about why he was not actively seeking employment and had threatened to evict him from the family home. After that, according to Shimmel, he panicked and grabbed the kitchen knife off of the counter. Nathaniel's confession: he confessed to stabbing his mother in the back after first stabbing her in the throat and several times in the chest. Finally, he stabbed her in the back. A man from Florida who was given a sentence of 50 years in prison for stabbing his mother to death after she threatened to kick him out of the house has been given punishment. After being charged with a first-degree murder and facing the possibility of life in prison, Nathaniel Shimmel, aged 25, entered a guilty plea on Wednesday to the charge of murder in the second degree. Why did Samuels do it? During an argument that took place on the evening of August 23, 2017, at their home in Palm Coast, Shimmel admitted to fatally stabbing his mother, Michelle Shimmel, who was 60 years old. Shimmel contacted 911 and originally informed police that a robber had attacked his mother, but he eventually confessed to the crime and described the events in great detail while doing so. He did this after initially telling police that the robber had attacked his mother. He told police from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office that the two of them had gotten into an argument after Michelle confronted him in the kitchen and asked why he was not looking for a job. Michelle had asked him why he was not looking for a job. According to what he stated, his mother grabbed him by the arm as he attempted to flee the scene and threatened to evict him from the family home. Did the man feel any remorse? Shimmel, who was 22 years old at the time, claimed that he then panicked and grabbed a knife off the kitchen counter. According to an arrest report acquired by the Orlando Sentinel, he told police, "She was yelling at me and she grabbed me and I just panicked," when they asked him about the incident. Shimmel confessed to stabbing his mother numerous times in the chest and the throat before ultimately inserting the knife into her back. Shimmel's mother died from her injuries. He reported to the investigators that his mother had attempted to flee the scene of the attack. However, he had seized her and just kept stabbing her. According to the report, his response regarding the number of times he stabbed his mother was a lot. In addition, he recalled hearing her shout no several times, and he informed the officers that his mother looked very afraid. After that, he saw his mother bleed to death before finally passing away. What decisions were made after this? Wednesday was when Circuit Judge Terrence Perkins heard the case and decided on the sentencing. The official stated at the time of the horrible homicide that the occurrence was a very vicious, a very violent, and evidently angry murder. In 2018, Shimmel's younger sister, Ilana, revealed to the Daytona Beach News-Journal that her brother loved their mother. Still, she also disclosed that he struggled with mental illness, including autism, which she believes may have played a role in the murder. Shimmel's sister believes that her brother's struggles with mental illness may have contributed to the murder. After relocating from New York to Florida in 1993, Michelle Shimmel began a career as a medical assistant, which she maintained until her passing. It is far beyond upsetting when a son murders his mother, the state attorney stated in a statement announcing the guilty plea and sentencing, which was released by R.J. Loreza. "This has been a nightmare for the family, and I hope that settling this case will provide them a tiny measure of peace," he said. "My hope is that this case will bring them a small measure of peace." Do like, share, and subscribe, and tell us below in the comments what you think about this disturbing case. See you in the next video!